Hello and welcome back to the Ladies of Lore. I am your dungeon master, Kayla. Welcome you welcoming you back to our little story. So thank you all for joining us this episode of Fate and Fables. This is a D&D 5e actual play where our adventurers are exploring a homebrewed version of life after death as they trek through my version of the Nine Hells. No new announcements or anything today, so we're going to kind of just jump into it. And I will pass this off to Emily for our recap.
All right, so last episode, Mania has a conversation with Rogan in the captain's chambers. He questions her on what she remembers from life. She questions him on their past relationship. Above deck, Wanda tells the rest of us we need to work on the ship as we travel. Lova eats a skull and learns we're all dead. Another person's memory enters her brain from the skull. We are taken below deck, and Kega tells us to follow her orders. We learn their ship is the only way to travel between the layers. At the mention of Mother, Rogan gets anxious, and Mother is now known to be in Avernus. Dahlia and Mania clock that there is a something under the floorboards during the conversation. Dahlia goes above deck and has a conversation with Kega, who flirts with her and asks her to put in a good word with Mania. She then communed with Aerith, who gave her a private mission. Lost my place. Oh, okay. In the cabin, Wanda flirts with Umbrielle and gives her some drugs. Manya sleeps in the captain's room on the floor with Rogan. In her dream, she's visited a patron. She's stuck in an hourglass that trickles down and traps her. Her patron has an odd look to him, monstrous yet humanoid. He asks her what she wants to call him, and she says father. Then he gives her some of her memories back.
Perfect. So we will pick back up with the full night's rest. Some of you sleeping soundly, some of you having been up, given a certain substance that keeps you aroused. During that time frame, I will say, Umbrielle, can you tell me, in your experiences, how comfortable would you say you are with like flirtatiousy type one night stands?
Um, I would say like mildly comfortable.
Mildly comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Wanda tries to get to know you,
Okay.
for lack of a better term, and we will keep it very, very gray there of however comfortable you feel with letting that be explored. They would
Okay.
want to spend time with you. You would have a good, I would say, hour or two with them doing whatever it is that you would like to accomplish. Um, immediately after that, when everybody
Mhm.
is in the process of bedding down for the evening, you guys would be up and able to talk. If there is anything that you would like to ask them before morning, I would like to give you the opportunity to do so, just because you would have had a little extra time with somebody on the crew.
Mm, no, I think we're just gonna keep it to normal pillow talk afterwards and keep it there.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. So, after a long night, I
Mhm.
would say, Umbrielle, you in particular wake up very groggy. Um, you take a point of exhaustion, and you will be making all of your rolls with disadvantage today.
Oh, fun. Okay, it's worth it though.
Mhm. A good night. A good night well rewarded. Um, moving to the next, series of beds next to you. Kit, you also would have had the opportunity to kind of stay up as sleeping isn't necessarily required for you. In your process in the evening, I would just like for one perception roll for listening out into the next room.
12.
Okay. Um, you hear a little bit of chatter behind the captain's doors between, it sounds like a verbal exchange between the three people who are currently in there, which is Rogan, Mania, and Kega. But it's too hard to make out with that perception, given the noise that's happening in bunks close by. Um, that being said, you would know come morning, just because there's no need for you to really turn yourself all the way down. Um, before the sun is up, the captain does leave the room and proceeds to sneak out and above deck.
It seems like they're being sneaky.
It seems like they close the door very quietly. They proceed to try and not rouse anybody, but they make their way to above deck very quietly. They're not outwardly like tiptoeing or doing any type of like Scooby-Doo style walking or something like that. But
That's what I'm
they are
picturing.
being conscientious of their surroundings and trying to be quiet to those who are sleeping close by.
Do I see them or do I just hear them?
I would say you see them.
Okay. So do they look like nervous? Do they look like they're like looking behind them, like, oh, is anybody there? Or do they just look like, oh, I'm being quiet?
There's the look of like a tight kind of stern face while they shut the door to make sure that it's quiet. But then they turn around, seem fairly poised, and walk up to the top of deck.
Okay.
So morning comes. Light begins to come through the little slits in the windows of the bottom of the deck. You can see that the call of seagulls kind of call off into the distance. And you're sure that that's what you're hearing. And your ears place it. It's not quite the it's small screamings of the waves and souls lapping up against the bottom of the ship. And you realize, rousing from sleep, that this is not just a dream. You truly are stuck aboard a pirate's ship. Crew, what would you like to do with your morning? Is there any mode of action or things that would have to pop off for anybody in particular first thing? Because I could take us right into it, but I also just want to give you guys opportunity.
Well, Dahlia, she prays in the morning and in the evening, so she's going to go above deck and find that spot she found last night and go and do her morning prayers.
Okay.
Mania also has a couple of things, and then also time with Dahlia in the morning.
Okay. Move your mic just a little closer to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I will say, Umbrielle, when you do rouse as well, you can't seem to shake the feeling of everything feeling very slow. Everything that you're doing feeling like there's little trailies of color behind your hands and the movements that are around you. Everything feels almost like the spins, but more. It's not quite that the room is moving, it's that everything just has a small like second of loading screen almost behind it, like when you open too many windows in your computer.
Um, can she like go around trying to find like coffee or something?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
So you kind of start to try and find your way around the bottom of the ship and towards an area where there might be some sort of cooking quarters. You do not see any sort of pleasantry type coffee in the morning. People are obviously already up and at to work. There is not too much going on in the means of like a brew, cook, or anything like that.
All right. Is there like the equivalent of like crappy gas station coffee somewhere?
You roll me a perception check just so I can see if you'll find the right person to ask this question to.
Okay, and still disadvantaged.
Yep.
Fantastic. Oh, son of a bitch. I had a nat 20, but it's a 14.
A 14 still decent.
Yeah.
You do see this tiefling gentleman who was above deck before. You had only clocked him for just a moment. It looks like he has these kind of almost like his hands have been worn to the bone. Like they're just so like thin and but rough and calloused. Like the skin looks incredibly possibly impossibly thin. And he is in the process of stirring something in a larger pot over in the back of the ship. Um, and as you approach him, he looks at you and says, Gruel?
He said, "What?
Gruel?
Coffee?
Gruel?
Coffee?"
He's going to hand you a cup. And uh, you see that there's this, like, kind of grayish tinted, sludgy looking porridge type mixture in the center
Mhm.
of the cup.
Just gonna take it and just like immediately knock it back.
All right. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Way to go, Umbrielle.
Fuck.
Gosh.
4.
You said 4.
If we're still
Uh,
doing disadvantaged, yeah.
if you try to chug it back, and the consistency is is just so incredibly unpleasant. Um, it's like trying to swallow marshmallow fluff. Like it's in there, it's in your mouth, and you think that it's gonna be a liquid, but like as it's coming out of the glass, it like plops into your mouth. It's like as one congealed thing. Uh, and you try and choke it back, and as soon as it hits, there's that elasticity of it of like cold. If you if you've ever seen the jelly in the bottom of a cold rotisserie chicken,
Mhm.
that that's what it's like. And as it hits your mouth, you immediately can't help yourself. You turn and you just spit it directly onto the deck. And he's like, "Oh, why waste it?"
I wasn't expecting it to be that, but
It's
okay.
rule.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's what we've got.
I she'll just take it and be happy with her gruel chicken
Chicken stock rule,
stuff.
baby.
Yeah.
So gross. Um, Perfect. So you have a ration of gruel you can add to to your belongings if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Of questionable quality. Um, Starting off in the morning with your prayers going above deck, you would see that there are a uh Kega is still currently on the top of the deck. It looks like she has not returned to bed. Um, and she is in the process of coiling up a little bit of chain from the back of the ship and securing it to the deck. It looks like maybe from an anchor or something of that sort.
Okay, so just
You
finishing up
make
my prayers, kneeling on the ground. Oh, I'm going there now. I'm not like
No,
in
you
it.
can finish it up if you want to.
Okay, yeah. Just she'll just do it quick. She's just reading her prayer book and following along to the ritual.
Okay. Um, Nothing of any expertise comes. Nothing, no insightful anything. Just a regular prayer given to your goddess. Um,
All right.
and you've gone to this. You've kind of grown fond of receiving this like call back, so it's almost a little disappointing to just throw your prayers out and to be like, "Oh, she's not there." But it is successful. You feel like that goes swimmingly for you. Ritual is completed without problem.
All right.
Kit, when you awake in the morning, or rejoin, I guess, everybody as they start to do their routine, You receive a message. Uh, hey kid, how is it going? Everything's good for you, yeah?
You can talk to me here?
Oh, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why I put this thing in here. So I could be with you all the time.
Oh. Um, it's good. I made new friends.
I'm proud of you. How, d- how are you liking it? Any damage?
Not yet.
Good.
There's still time though.
Oh, well, true. Any meltdowns?
It's only been I don't know how long it's been, but it hasn't been very long.
I know this is just all part of the data collection process. Don't internalize it, kid. This is just something that I have to do for intake.
I don't like your intake.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it as nice as possible.
Can I just tell you if something is wrong?
Yes, that should be fine.
And that way you don't have to ask me all the time?
Okay. I could just watch if that makes it better.
No, I want to
Okay,
talk
all
to
right.
you, but I want you to want to talk to me and not talk about any of my bad stuff all the time.
Oh, I understand. So we'll put mental state at about a 7 today. Um, I I will not ask so much. You can tell me when you are ready to talk about stuff.
Thank you. I,
Yes. What did I miss something?
no,
Oh, I was just worried that I might have cut you off.
I don't know. I appreciate your understanding.
I appreciate your compliance.
Are you okay?
Well, it has been absolutely miserable without you here. I have to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit and lie to you. I did not realize how isolating it is to just be in the tower by yourself.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah. So, I'm hating that. But other than that, it is the same as it ever was. Mom and Dad are pissed that you're gone. But that's fine. I've got it under control.
Okay, if you say
Yeah,
so.
definitely. Don't worry about
I won't.
it. And I think I can't say for sure, but I think Farina misses you.
I miss Farina very much. Please tell her that.
Oh, I will make sure that I let her know.
I think she's the best friend I have.
Oh my god, that's so cute. I will put that in the personnel file, absolutely.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm picturing just the file best friends.
Well, if you don't need anything from me, then I won't be bothering you again until you tell me that you want me to bother you again.
You could call and just say hi sometime if you wanted. Or if you
No,
had something important to tell me.
that that's what this was. This was a call to say hi. It's also data collection, but that's not the important part.
It sort of felt like it was the important part.
Oh, well, I'll try to switch that around next time.
Okay, I think I have to go now.
Oh, okay. Well, you be safe with all those dangerous pirates.
Okay, they seem nice.
Have fun with your new friends.
Okay,
Talk to you soon.
bye.
Bye. Most awkward hang up. It sounds like he leaves the line on for a little bit longer than is supposed to, just to see if you say anything else, and then eventually disconnects.
What an interesting call.
He's a weird guy. He's-
Kit was like, that went well.
He's trying. I would also say, Mania, waking up in the captain's quarters, feeling incredibly disorienting for you see that Rogan has not left from next to you, but he is currently laying on the floor, like a good amount of space away from
Is he like awake, or does he at least appear to be awake or asleep?
He appears to be awake. It's hard to tell because he's just kind of sitting, but you can tell that his leg is bouncing ever so slightly.
Okay. I think that she like wakes and does like a look around because she's probably been dreading the we'll talk about it in the morning like the rest of her sleep that she probably didn't get. Realizes that she's not there and it's just like where does she go?
First thing in the morning, she's typically on the top of the deck telling everybody what to do.
Oh, well, that's new.
She's a little different now.
Okay. But how different is she? Like, what is she doing now?
She's not really all there. I've been spending the past, I don't even know how long it's been, trying to take care of her, trying to make sure that she doesn't, do herself in by giving the orders. There's a lot of people here who are compliant and complacent to her lead, but not exactly happy with the order of command.
I could tell. I could tell. So I take it she doesn't want to talk first thing in the morning? I mean, thank God, honestly, but...
I'm sure she does, but
Oh, well,
you looked like you had an unrestful night of sleep, so...
a little bit. I have a strange question.
Okay.
Oh, can you put your mic closer to your mouth?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. It just was cutting out. Uh, do you... Now, I need you to answer me before you ask any questions. But do you need Mother? Do you like need her? Need her alive?
What an odd question.
I said it was strange.
I don't know if you can kill a god.
No, well, that's also what I said, but I just need the answer.
I would prefer her to stay alive. I need it, so to speak.
Okay, that makes things quite difficult, but okay. You need her alive, I suppose she'll stay alive.
What are you talking about?
No, okay, that's fair. I did say that you could ask questions after. When I mentioned last night that I think I may have accidentally sold my soul like a really long time ago. Well, the thing, I don't want to call it a god because I don't really believe in them, wants me to kill her.
Wants you to kill Mother.
Mm-hmm.
You see his face kind of nervous, and then his eyebrows together, and he says, and he starts to belly laugh. It starts off really slow. that that is rich. I I don't think it's possible. What's your plan?
I could do it if I wanted to. It wouldn't be the
Oh,
first
I'm
that I killed.
sure.
I'll have you know that I have killed plenty of people.
Gods.
I told you I don't believe in those.
I don't know how you couldn't.
I think at this point it's just pure delusion. I don't want to believe.
Why? Why do you ask such an odd question?
Do you need her? That odd question?
Yes.
Well,
Why does it matter?
Well, because when we brought her up yesterday, you got a little tense, a little anxious. So I didn't know if like she was important, maybe important for like some important things that you could potentially be missing or needing or anything. You know, she could just be important.
He sits for a long moment um, before kind of nodding in agreement. He says, "What is it that you think you know?"
I don't think I know anything. I think that I know I saw you get tense when I brought her up, and then when I asked you about her, you said, "Oh, you don't want to get mixed up with that kind of company." And so then I got confronted by this thing that said, "Oh, you have to kill her." And I was like, "Oh, that could be difficult." So then I asked you if she was important to determine if I was going to kill her or not. And since she's important to you, I'm not going to kill her.
Don't let Kega hear you talking about this, all right?
Oh. Why? Is she important to Kega?
I'd rather not get into it with you.
Why?
Because it sounds ludicrous, you thinking that you could kill the god, and I don't want her to throw you right over the deck.
Oh my god, oh my god. I've already said I'm not going to do it. So, is she important to her or not?
I can't say.
Can't or you won't?
Can't.
Interesting. Why can't you?
He opens his mouth and no words come out.
Mm. Okay. Okay, I understand. Do you think she'll be mad if I take a pair of her pants? I don't want to wear a skirt anymore.
Probably furious, but I don't know if she would notice.
You're not wrong, she probably wouldn't. I'm gonna go into her closet and I'm gonna take a pair of pants.
You walk over to her closet. You're just gonna go right in?
To her closet? Yeah, she's not here.
Rad. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, fuck. Okay. Oh. The one time.
The one time.
The one time. The one time you roll bad. Oh, it's a 7.
You open her like little armoire thing, and as you open the top part of it, a series of shoes fall out on top of you. You're in the process of like under a mountain of shoes that were precariously stacked in there. Roll me an investigation check.
Well, that's better. That's gonna be a dirty 20.
Okay. You can see that there are drawers in this armoire looking quickly through that are behind this big kind of cabinet door. There's a series of multiple drawers in here. Hanging up on the left-hand side in the bigger space in here, there's a series of different jackets. There's a couple of corsets and a couple of shirts. And then in the like right-hand side of this armoire dresser, there's like 3 or 4 drawers. You're able to clock which one has like pants coming out of it that's kind of stuffed full. The top one looks like it is undergarments and lingerie type stuff, looking like bras and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, like bras. I was like, why does this woman have lingerie in the middle of hell?
Listen, you don't know about her life. She gets around.
I don't want to know about her life. I'm tired of knowing about her life, to be honest with you.
Sick of her life.
I'm sick of it. Why does she have so many shoes?
I don't know, but she definitely is going to be pissed if she catches you going through her shit.
Well, I was just coming in to grab some pants. I didn't... Oh, and she just starts, like, putting the shoes, like, back
Like,
up.
quickly trying to put the shoes back in the thing.
I think she's, like, putting them, like, with the matches, like, kind of, like... She's organizing them. I think Kega's gonna know, but it's like, okay, well, you know, at least they're not gonna fall again.
Alright, above deck, Dahlia, you can kind of hear there's this kind of noise that happens, and you see as Kega raises an eyebrow and starts to walk like she's going to head down towards the bottom part of this ship.
I won't like walk with her, but I'm gonna follow behind and see what the commotion is.
Hell yeah, okay. You kind of start to keeping a good amount of space in between you guys. She starts to head towards that door, and you start to follow behind. Just thinking about her seeing it and getting mad. Sorry. She slowly like starts to go down the steps. And Umbrielle, you see now, and Kit as well. You see coming down the steps, the captain here is in the process of kind of walking down, and probably about 5 or 6 steps behind her, Dahlia is going down ever so slowly behind her. So, you are in the process of putting these shoes back into the cabinet, and I think that you would have the captain walk in on you. And I think that as the door opens, you say, "Everything all right, right?" With the eyebrow arched, and proceed in and just see all of the shoes all over the...
I don't know what happened. They fell.
Why were you in my cabin?
I was gonna take some pants. I didn't want to wear a skirt anymore.
Roll me either a persuasion or deception check.
Well, I'm gonna roll persuasion because I'm not lying.
Okay, she thinks you might be lying, so either or, I'll let you have it.
Okay, persuasion is 23.
A 23? Okay. She starts to pick up the random boots and says, "You know, clothes are hard to come by around here."
I wouldn't know anything about here.
She would pull a pair of almost like easy to roll up and make tighter if you would want to, or accessorize with belts, but like a little bit of a looser kind of sailor's fit pants, and produces them for you. Do you already have one pair of pants in your hands?
For the laughs, I will say yes.
Okay. She doesn't seem to notice.
Oh.
And produces these sailor pants for you. And then as she gives them to you, she takes the other pants out of your hands and says, I'll trade you these, and puts them in her dresser.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's so fair. Thank you.
Because I hate skirts.
Me too. I don't know why I'm still in them.
So, why were you in my cabinet?
What I opened it to get pants, and all of these shoes came raining down. Why do you have so many shoes? I have never seen you own so many pairs of shoes.
Because you never know when you might need an extra pair of boots. How come you think you're welcome to my wardrobe?
Well, we are the same size. And so I just thought that, maybe since I had said sorry last night, that I could have a pair of pants to borrow.
All right. Empty all of your pockets and change here.
Well, considering the fact that I'm wearing a skirt, yeah, it'll be so easy to empty these pockets.
I understand you, and I know that what you're capable of. Take all of the things that you are hiding, place them on the desk, and change here.
Okay.
Don't
well,
worry, he can't see you.
Well, that is rude. Do I have to take off my weapons?
I don't think that there was a miscommunication here.
Ugh. Okay. And she just starts to take off her skirt. She unstraps there's 2 daggers on her left thigh. She unstraps both of them, puts them both on the table. She doesn't have anything else, but she does have a pretty big tattoo from like this area of like her like hip down to her thigh. And there's a smaller one that's in like the very inner thigh.
I think that you would see when she sees that tattoo, she turns away for a minute and then looks back at you, remembering that she has a task that she's trying to do here.
But I don't. You have to remind me. Am I hiding anything? Because I don't think I am, right?
No, she is, for the sake of making it clear, she's waiting for you to see if you put the compass.
If I put the compass back in my pocket?
If you put the compass on the desk, like while you're in the process of changing.
No. I think because she wears it. Like it's a locket for her, so I don't even think that
Okay.
she would think of that.
Okay.
So then she'll just put the pants on.
Okay.
And then probably put all of her stuff, like her little chains and her sash and stuff.
Okay. So it takes you a second to get reset back up. Now wearing a nicer, looser fitting set of pants. Feel like maybe you have a little bit more. You had mobility in the skirt, but this just feels a little more in its. You you watch as Kega almost like, besides the one time when your tattoo flashes, just is like hawk-eyeing you and watching your every move. Once you get redressed, you see that she says, Leave me that one, and points to one of your daggers.
Which one is she pointing at? Is it my favorite one? No. I'm not leaving that dagger with you.
But I gave you a trade, and my pants that you have are way better.
You can have the other one.
But I don't want the other one.
Okay. But you know that this one is mine.
Okay. Then give me the locket instead.
Why do you... It has no purpose to you anymore. There's nothing in there.
So then, if you must be attached to that piece, then let me have one of yours. I'm willing to let you keep it.
Like one of her clothes pieces?
Like one of her items. So she's trying to like strong arm to giving dagger or the necklace.
She's gonna put like the dagger like strapped back to her thigh. And I think that she'll hand over the other dagger. Like, you can have this one.
The door, I would say, to the captain's quarters is still open. So you guys are in the process of seeing her, like, basically boss Mania into, like, stripping in front of everyone and, like, re-putting pants back on and, like, restrapping her armaments back on. You guys are watching this kind of a crack in the door because they didn't close it the entire way, but it is kind of a heavy door, so one would presume it would have some move. That being said, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
Gosh, dang it. Oh, okay. I did good. 17.
Okay. As you go to hand her the dagger, you remember a flash in your mind, very almost like a memory that was pushed to the front of your frontal lobe, trying to elicit a response from you. Would you please roll initiative?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll roll initiative. Oh, 10.
10? Okay. Let me grab my die.
What kind of actions do I have? Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. All right. So, as soon as you pass the dagger to Kega, within an instant, you see that she double backs on the blade and flips it in the air and grabs it, like, by the handle and tries to pin your arm that is holding the other dagger through your big sleeves, basically. So it's not stabbing you, but stabbing through the sleeve and pinning it to the desk best you can while you're trying to fumble and tuck that dagger.
Okay. Well, she's not trying to hurt, so that, that's a little different. That's a little different. Oh, Kega, if you mess up the shirt, I'm gonna have to borrow a shirt from someone now, too.
That's so funny.
Like, what? And I think that she is going to disengage.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. You pull your sleeve back and are able to kind of guide the dagger through the thinner piece of the fabric and pull yourself free with the dagger still stuck in the desk. You are able to disengage. And are you trying to run away? What are you trying to do here?
No, she just backed up a little bit. She disengaged.
Okay. You see Kega grabs the dagger back out, like rocks the dagger in the desk back and forth and replaces it in her hand and starts to spin it in between her fingers. And she's like, "Don't do this to me, Vina. I'm asking you for a trade." You hear Rogan also speak up and say, "Kega, stop." Kind of very firmly, but not intervening.
Kega, it is a pair of pants. I even allowed you to hand me the pair of pants. So I'm assuming that you are not going to miss these. You are asking me for two very important things to me.
You would see that she looks at you while shaking her head and says, "No, I'm asking for two very important things to me, things that are mine."
This dagger was never yours. It was mine.
Roll either a persuasion or intimidation.
Oh. It doesn't matter. I got a 1.
A 1?
Oh, yeah.
Excellent. You see that it's very quick the way that Kega responds. She's not outwardly aggressing on you in some way that is going to like hurt, maim you, but she is gripping your ass up. She's trying to wrestle this shit from you. So you see as she jumps almost over the desk using the knife as leverage and to like push herself a little bit further, and she slides like right up and under your feet. Roll me a dexterity saving. She's trying to do some trippy shit.
Hell yeah, I got a nat 20.
Nice. All right. Well, that beats that one. You were able to kind of sidestep. You've watched her fight, and it seems like that your father, as you've called him, has put to the forefront of your memory or fighting style. And as she kind of slips herself directly underneath you with the intent to like use all of her leg strength to thrust herself upwards and throw you off kilter, you're able to kind of meld yourself into her body shape and duck and dance in between her.
I want to sit on the table. Kega, you taught me everything I know. You're gonna try to best me?
You would see her getting more and more frustrated and her eyes growing a little bit more. And you hear Rogan clear his throat again and he said, "Kega, I've said enough." And she continues to kind of push forward. And she says, "I've bested you before. I've bested better men than you." And pulls at your, like, tries to get up close to pull at your locket.
I will grip up her shirt and pull her so dangerously close to my face. You may have bested me before, but guess who won last time?
Roll an intimidation.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Intimidate her. Oh.
Trash, what is it?
It is only a 10.
Okay. How do I want this to go?
God, it would have been so good. Would have been so good.
I feel like in this moment, as as you kind of talk down to her, I'm gonna need you to roll me a perception check.
You better not fail this one. Don't fail. Don't fail. Okay. 14.
A 14. Okay. You're like inches away from her. And she is going to lose herself kind of in this moment of you guys being close to one another and grab onto your shirt and the locket, and you can feel as she is slowly trying to pull you into a kiss, but also is like trying to snag the locket at the same time.
Am I able to like how would this work? Because she's sitting. Am I able to like wrap my legs around like her waist and kind of like twist a little bit so it's kind of like pushing her against the table, but then also allowing me to like jump off? If that like, does that make sense?
I think it would be really difficult to do that from that angle.
Okay. Probably, yeah.
Just because of the way that I'm thinking of her being on the desk and leaning up against you and being like kind of grabbed up on you, I think for you to kind of wrap your legs around and while she's here on the desk like that, I don't think that it would be easy to tuck your legs back underneath to gain leverage or anything like that.
Okay. Then she's just gonna like, she's going to grab on to the hand that is grabbing the locket. I need it. It is the thing that is hopefully going to give me magic again.
As you grab on to her hand on the locket, you feel the pulsating, beating heart of Kega just beating incredibly fast from within inside of this magical item. Just this like ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. And as soon as you say, hopefully give me magic again, it just stills. And she says, you don't need it. I do.
Well, why do you need it? Because maybe we both need it.
So I can leave.
Leave? Leave where?
Come on. Vina, surely you're not that thick.
Here? You think that we can just leave hell? You think that you
I don't think that
deserve
you
to
can.
leave hell?
I deserve it more than most of you. I didn't do anything.
Oh, you didn't do anything. Oh my. What do you remember? What memories are missing from you?
Too much.
Oh, too much, so you don't remember? Do you not remember Haven? Do you not remember the other girl? What was her name? Oh yeah, Darcy? Do you not remember every other girl on every other night that kicked me out of my room? Do you not remember them?
I remember you and your misdeeds.
My misdeeds. What do you mean, my misdeeds?
And you see that she takes the same hand that is currently holding on to the locket and pulls your hand closer to her chest. And you can feel that there's just like this, like almost cold, vacuous, wet hole in the front of her chest. And as she like puts your hand there, she's like, I remember this.
Oh, so you remember that? How's your queen? Did she not make it to hell with you?
You mean my queen?
I mean your queen. The one that you were apparently engaged to.
You're right here.
We weren't engaged.
No, You're the only person that I have that was referred to as mine. So,
You didn't act or say or do anything that would tell me that I was yours, even though I begged you. So you're now going to tell me that you weren't engaged to some queen, even though I saw the letter?
at this point, Rogan says, Kega, we really shouldn't do this. Because he's looking like a little frazzled. You can see his eyes are looking, well, no, you can't. I'm lying. You can't see that. He's got a bandana over his eye. You shit. If you could see, you would, but you can't.
No, we can't.
His face definitely is showing signs of concern, and he is kind of doing like this feel around the wall to keep an outskirt perimeter. Everybody can see that there is commotion going on now inside of this room between the two of them. There's yelling. There's, well, not yelling per se, but raised voices, and definitely flared tempers.
Can I make a
And, like,
perception check to see if I hear most of the conversation?
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just posted up outside, leaning against the wall.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'd like to think that you and Mari both are just eating popcorn.
Damn, it's a one. It's a one. I'm not even gonna look
It's
at
a
my.
one. Okay. You were trying to make it out, and it just sounds like a lot of scuffling and throwing right now. So a lot of like chair going across the floor kind of noise. A lot of like murmury raised voices, and you can mostly hear the deep bass of Rogan being like, "Hey guys, hey."
And
I'm gonna look at the group. I'm gonna be like, should we go in? Do you think they need backup?
and you know what? I don't even care about your queen anymore because that's. I should have seen it coming, honestly. I was stupid to not see it coming. I want to know, how did you come back?
Come back from what?
From
I took
the
the normal
dead.
trade route.
No, Kega, how did you come back from the dead? Because you want to know how I got here? I got here from you and the entire crew torturing me.
I never once hurt you. All I did was try and make it so that our lives could be paralleled.
Oh, that's all you did? Did you ever talk to me?
I talk to you all the time. It's
Oh.
not my fault you don't understand what I say.
Are you fucking kidding me, Kega? I don't understand.
Kega can fight, but I can't. I'm bad at this.
Okay. Is this what you want to do? Is this actually what you want to do today? I don't understand. Oh, I think I understand plenty. Because what was the excuse you gave me when you fucked my best friend? What was it? Oh, it was fun. She was pretty. It seemed fun.
It just happened. She was vivacious. I wasn't expecting for it to happen.
Was that every time? You didn't expect it to happen every time?
You know that Haven is different.
What about all the other girls?
That was before I had known better. And I was in the process of trying to fix things for you.
That is not true. You knew better after the second one. After the second one, I told you to talk to me.
And I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Is that why I got kicked out of my room at least 8 more times?
Sorry. Sorry. You should have let her ass go after the first one. Sorry.
She should have. She should have. You know. You know.
I didn't always kick you out. You kicked plenty of people out.
I kicked one person out. Every other time I just waited.
It wasn't an issue. None of them are important to me.
It was an issue because I told you it was an issue. It's not my fault you can't understand what I'm saying.
Yikes.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good when it comes back, does it?
Yikes.
Yeah.
You see that this takes her a second to process. She looks a little bit upset by then. She says, "What engagement are you talking about? The last mission that I was on?"
I'm talking about the engagement that was apparently supposed to be kept secret, and it was signed from the Queen. She said she couldn't wait to celebrate your guys' engagement.
You have severely misinterpreted the situation.
Oh, please say yes. Do I remember the conversation that I had with Augie when I got that letter?
Roll for it for me.
Oh, please.
I
Okay.
don't want to handicap you.
I got a 14 on the die.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Okay. I had a full conversation with your brother, Kega. He told me everything.
And you would see Rogan say, "We're done. You're done." And you would hear Kega start to quiver in her voice a little bit. She said, what did you say to me?"
He told me everything. He told me that you had been sneaking around with her, that you kept going to I don't know, a castle, I suppose. That's where you were going every time you snuck out.
At this point, Rogan is going to raise his voice, and that doesn't happen fairly often. But he clears his throat and he's like, "Enough!" And it's thunderous. He says it with his full chest. You see that this makes Kega nervous looking for a moment. And then as she kind of tightens her shoulders up, he's like, "We're done with this conversation."
Okay, whatever. I'm glad everyone gets to be done and have all the conversations they needed to have.
You see Kega is yards away. Like, she is no longer in this room. She is spaced out. She is dealing with something that she's trying to process. You have Rogan walk over to Kega and sit her down in her, like, her captain's chair behind the desk. And he says, "Don't leave," to her. And he takes your hand and he tries to guide you out of the room. He fumbles slightly, trying to, like, lead you out. And he closes the door behind her.
No,
and he
she
says,
doesn't leave.
She won't leave?
No, she will not leave.
He's gonna try and take you out of the room. Are you, like, stomping? Are you saying no? You just, like, stop your whole body? How do you?
No, I think that before he can even, like, grab her hand, she will, like, I don't want to say it's, like, violently, but, you know, like, when you're, like, really upset and you're, like, fighting back tears and you just jerk away from someone?
Yeah.
I think that she does that and probably, like, doesn't walk towards Kega, but, like, walks just deeper into the room. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
I think that you would just watch Kega have like a panicked moment. And then trigger warning for anybody who is sensitive to like mental illness. So just be conscientious of that. She is in a fully triggered state. She is starting to like murmur to herself about Augie. To which Rogan's like, I don't think that you should be here.
What is wrong with her? No, that's a stupid question. She's done this before. Hold on. And I think that she's going to sit on the bed, but she's not gonna sit super close to Kega. There's going to be like a decent amount of space between them, and I think that she's gonna walk up kind of like slow and like just like not threatening. She's just gonna sit at the end of the bed and just wait for a second.
Okay. She is in the process of dissociating currently. So she is not able to like even recognize really that you're present. Rogan is going to walk over to her and be like, you don't have to think about it if you don't want to. And she's just going to keep like mumbling and murmuring to herself. She is currently stuck in a little bit of a loop. And he's going to look over to you and say, she can't talk about him at all.
Why? Hold on. And then she'll speak to him in his head, so that way he doesn't have to say it out loud. Okay, you can respond in here.
Alright, that's better. I don't think that you should be talking about him at all. She doesn't have any real recollection, and any time that we bring the name up, she kind of goes into a meditative, weird, lucid state.
No, why? What did he do that was so bad?
I don't know. But ever since, well, there was an incident.
What incident?
I found Augie masquerading as Kega for a while. Long after she had passed.
What?
As far as I understand it, he continued to hold her ship for a while and utilize her title, even though she had perished.
And he can't see, but if any of my friends are peeking in through the door, I think that they'll see Vina's face kind of like just drop. And I think that she doesn't say anything to him, and I think that she doesn't move from the bed. I think she might try and test her luck and like place a like 2 fingers on Kega's hand.
Kega is not aware of her surroundings currently. She is just trying to like breathe and is staring off into like a far space. You can see that she is unblinking, unmoving. She has tears that are trailing down, and they just are continuing to dream. And she is just, as you listen close, because I would say you're close enough to hear some of the stuff that she's like muttering. It almost sounds rhythmic as you're listening, like a weird rhyme or something of that nature. It's kind of hard to understand because it's really under her breath. It's whispered and it's in like the breathy crying kind of in between. But it sounds a little bit like some sort of nursery rhyme or something.
You should try your counting. Start from 10.
She is still staring off. Rogan said sometimes she takes a little while to come back. I'm trying to not let the crew see her like this. Would you shut the door?
And she'll get up. And she'll like... How close are you guys to the door?
I was right outside, like on the other
Hell
side
yeah.
of the wall.
I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I'm so here
Just
for it.
leaning against the wall.
Don't say anything or I might have to kill you guys. And I'm just going to close the door.
We're still there with like cups against the door, trying to listen in.
Well, I can understand why you wouldn't want this crew to see her doing that. Have you tried... This is going to sound so stupid. You probably have tried with her. I'm just going to try again. Kega, start at 10. 9.
You're trying to speak to her, but she's not breaking eyesight from this one particular point. If you follow the line of her eyesight, you can she is staring like at her bookshelf currently. Just repeating the same little rhythmic under her breath.
If I walk over to her bookshelf and start to look at things, what will I find?
Check.
What check? I'm
See
sorry.
if you... A perception check?
Okay. That is an 18.
18. A couple of leather-bound journals. One of them, as you're passing your finger over and trying to see where line of sight is, one of them does seem familiar to you.
Familiar how? Is it hers, mine, someone else's?
It is one of her journals.
I will start to pull it from the shelf, but I'm not going to take it off yet. I think I'm going to look back. Kind of like a kid asking for permission.
You guys make eye contact, and she's looking at the journal, and you can see she's like shaking her head no, while repeating the same rhythmic kind of note underneath her breath. You see, once your guys' eyes meet, you have a very distinct memory now. It feels almost like a to the chest of the eyes that looked at you. Damn. This is a trigger warning heavy episode. Apologize. Trigger warning for any. It will just be a brief.
Wait,
version.
hold on. Trigger warning for what? You cut up.
For gun violence.
Oh, okay.
Very briefly, you have this quick flash of the eyes that were looking at you right before you had lost station and they are not the same. You can just see it now, almost like you were blind to it, and you don't know how you could have. The eyes that were staring at you in the of taking you out, not the same kind of glare that you're witnessing right now. Sea foam staring back at you. See this like color of almost a polished sea glass. And you remember now the really hazily muddy dark color of the eyes that were looking at you.
I think that she, like, mutters, like, fuck under her breath and probably actually takes the journal out and starts to flip through it.
Roll a D100 for me, please.
Which one is that?
The one that's got 00 on it. It looked like a diamond. It's a percentile dice.
Oh, okay. I think 30?
Okay. As you flip through the first chunk of about, I'd say, a third of the way into it, you can see there is a sketch on the page of like some sort of map route that they have, where they have scribbled a notation down about how the water is incredibly rocky in this area. There's a quick note about how long it took you guys to travel, however many nights. And then there's a small sketch of you on the.
Is it my water?
It is.
Okay.
Making sense of the area and the terrain of home, you can see there's a quick little, like a small landmass that's off to the bottom right-hand portion of the map. You can see that there's a kind of an area of shoals that are marked out all throughout the map, with like little exits, stuff like that, kind of curtailing where the deepest part of the ocean are there. And you see an early entry with a little script, like a little quickly, hastily drawn portrait of you that just said, we found a mermaid at the beach, laughing, basically. Haha.
And she hasn't moved?
Mm-mm. She's just staring.
Can I flip to another page?
Mm-hmm. Forward or back?
Forward.
You see a lock of hair is taped inside of one of the journal pages here. You can also see that there are like little drawings of birds and like endemic life of the area. Just little researchy type things, pieces of fauna and flora that exist in this area. And then there is the little curl that is taped here. Just said, a lock to get lost.
Is it a lock of her hair? Like Nina's?
No, it is not the same color. It seems
Okay.
to be some sort of muddy brown color.
A lock to get lost?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm gonna look at her again. What is she doing now?
She has stopped murmuring, but is just staring. But staring at you touching this book.
Am I allowed to look at more?
No response. You see Rogan looks nervous. The more that you're like fucking with stuff and being around her in this moment, the more on edge he's looking. You see he's starting to like shift his weight from foot to foot. He's like, I would be careful. She's fragile in these moments.
One more page.
Okay. Forward or back?
Forward.
Okay. You see the handwriting starts to get a little more erratic. The journal note entails having to make a couple of close calls, and talks about piracy on the open waters and how it's difficult to maintain a solid fleet given the fact that ships are so easily being turned over by other like commandeers. So
Okay.
as you flip to this page, you start to read it, and with very incredibly quick like movement, you see Kega springs up from the desk and starts to storm you, and we will be right back.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Kega storms kind of quickly towards you, and we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Oh, okay.
So we are picking right back up where we left off. Kega makes this swift movement, kind of throwing herself from the chair and like scrambling for the book in your hand. Rogan, with a very quick move, is able to hear the like scoot out of the chair and kind of puts his arms up in almost basketball defense style, and tries to keep her like at arms from you, like an arm length from. But then she reaches toward the book and takes the book in her hand and flips to a very particular page. It looks like she leafs through to almost an area of the book that looks incredibly well. And she gives it to you again.
Oh, okay.
She passes the book back to you. It's jarring because the movement is like she went from being almost in cat type state to very quickly scrambling over and passing the notebook back to you.
Okay. Rogan, it's okay. You don't have to hold her. And then I'll look at the notebook again.
There's a passage that says, "We passed over the Osmit Sea and found a relic. I'm not sure what the ship was trading, but we know they were dealing in cursed items." This writing gets a little bit hectic here. And it says, "I believe that something from the ship is missing. I feel like I'm followed." And then on the very bottom of the page, you can see there is a doodle of a dagger.
Hold on, she said that she felt like something was missing from her?
Yeah, something was missing from her.
Okay. Vina already knew that it was cursed. I think that she'll just look at her. What was missing from you when we got this dagger? Why didn't you tell me there was something missing? I told you to tell me if anything weird was happening while we were in possession of this.
You had it, so I didn't think it was an issue. But ever since I've been here, I can't stop thinking about it. Give it to me.
But it's dangerous. That's why I was keeping it away from all of you.
You have everything that I have been looking for. My compass, my knife. You see she starts to like quiver, like her body starts to shake, and she is clenching both hands and her arms are locked like by her shoulders. And she says, "You've taken everything from me."
You'll see this. I think that she is fighting off tears, so she's gonna just roll her eyes. And I think that she takes the dagger, like, out from her thigh. You took everything from me first. And then she's just gonna throw the dagger on the table.
Okay. You're gonna leave it there with her?
I threw it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna leave it.
Okay. Oh man. That opens up so many cans of worms for me. I wasn't expecting it to go. Amazing.
I'm not leaving it. We don't know if I'm leaving it. I just threw it.
Okay. You see she goes as you like throw it. How far like do you throw it to her? Is it like a toss to the desk or is it like a
No, it is like a toss to the deck, but I want her to throw it so hard that it like kind of like sticks to the side of the desk.
Okay, so it's unsheathed and you're throwing it so it sticks into the desk.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like at that moment then she's going to reach for it. She's going to go to the side of the desk and reach for it.
Keep your mouth shut, Vina. Keep it shut. You can't keep it shut? Okay. She doesn't want to keep it shut. I think it's so low. It is so low, so I'll leave it up to you, but I think that she mutters. It's always about you and your wants.
Okay. I feel like she grabs the dagger. And as soon as she touches it, you can see that there is again this like look of confusion and desperation. And then explosive anger.
Oh,
Incredible explosive anger. She just starts to repeat, why? What? No, why? Why is this happening? Why? And Rogan kind of goes to try and put his arms around her.
Hold on.
And she's going to lash out at him.
No, yeah, that's what I thought was happening.
And he's going to try and maneuver out of the way. Let me quick just to see because I to dice. This is not going the way I thought it would.
Can I use
Oh shit.
Can I use Misty Step and get in front of him? Like between
Yeah.
the two of them?
She comes down in his direction with the dagger.
And Misty Step's a bonus action, by the way.
So you're stepping in front of him, like you're essentially blocking him from getting struck, am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. She strikes out at you. And what is your armor class?
It's a 12.
12.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit.
Oh yeah, it's not too great. You know, warlocks.
No. Warlocks. Okay. Mm,
It's alright. I can take it. Well, I
No,
can't
I
actually
know.
really take it, but
Yeah. Yeah. Um as it stabs into you, you feel this wave of dread. Did I give you the item card for this?
no, I've
Okay.
never had an item card for it because I got it from my backstory and didn't look into it.
Okay. Um it stabs into you, and as it permeates the skin, uh immediately you can see there's this strange wave of like necrosis that happens around the wound, where the skin itself starts to peel back and look as if it is running away from the blade. Um, I have to pull up. This shit is brutal.
Oh. Oh, it's gonna be like freaking permanent damage or something.
Hold on.
I hate necrosis.
Sorry, I should have had this ahead of time, but I didn't know it was going to go this direction.
That's okay. She's just gonna stare in her eyes as this is happening. Feel the guilt, Kega. Feel it again.
All right, I'm going to need a constitution saving throw. What it is. I don't even know if I have D8.
That is a 7. If you want me to roll a d8, I can.
No, I have D8s. I need 8 of them.
Oh. Just roll 2 at a time.
Okay.
8 d8s?
4, and 6,
That's a lot of
and
d8s.
6.
That's a lot.
Are you keeping the math?
No, okay, so 4, 6,
4 and 6 and 6.
4, 6.
I'll write it.
Thank you.
All right, that's 6 more. What is 6 and 5? 11?
Yes.
Okay. 2. 8 and 8 is 16. And then one more.
You can stop at any time.
7, 8, 9, 10. And that's 10 more.
Oh.
Can somebody total that for me?
Yep.
Because I'm bad at math.
Okay, so what did you get, Emily?
I'm totaling it up right now. Let's see.
Okay. I hope you get a better number than I did.
I
Oh
didn't
my
want
god,
to do it this way.
61?
That's okay. That's the same number I got. All right. Oh,
Okay.
baby, I'm bloody.
Are you dead?
No, but I don't look good. I'm talking like one more hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. As
Like a punch.
she's... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As she sinks this dagger into your skin, this is the first time that you have really been on the receiving end of this. And thinking back on it, you can't remember another time where you've really had to against living creature. The necrotic damage as it continues is eating its way up your arm. It's just, sorry, trigger warning, body horror. As you are in the process of taking this damage, you are seeing like your bone essentially rip through the skin here.
Oh.
This was blight basically that was happening through the dagger. This is the dagger of blight.
It's really
And
cool dagger. I should really keep that.
it's fucking cool, yeah. As it sinks into you, all you can feel is insane amounts of sorrow. it as it's eating away your life force, it's also eating away your happiness. Any remaining happy memories that you had that you were lingering on to, you start to getting the concept of those moments, forgetting the feeling of joy in those moments. As this dagger like rips through body and soul.
I think that she like starts to panic.
And you start to feel that same fleeting in and out of consciousness feeling as when you were tied to the mast. And you feel the flutter in your heart for a second, like, this can't be happening. And now the eyes that are looking at you, it's almost like flashing in between those moments where you know that they're not the same, not exactly, but the feeling is all too familiar.
Oh, this is so
And-
good. I think that she starts to call out for Rogan again. I think that
Okay.
she starts to like back up, and she's like, no, not again. And I think that she calls out for him.
Okay. He's going to man, I wasn't expecting it to go. He
I wasn't either. I
Behind
was just gonna
her.
play music.
he's gonna run up behind her to the best of his ability, and kind of grab onto her, and he is going to say, he's going to yell, for Tomlinson is the name he yells out. And then after that, he's going to say, cleric, and just yell cleric.
Oh my god, Dahlia, save me.
And he is, after like supporting you with his arm, he is putting himself in between you and Kega. He's got her in this like bear tackle type position right now and is holding her. Wait, I have to make a strength check for him. Where's my fucking thing? I think he might try and fucking pop a bear and put her over his shoulder. But I don't know if he's strong enough, so I'm gonna check. Oh fuck! He tries, and it doesn't work because Kega is like fully rowdy right now, freaking out. You see as he does this like little bit of a tackle to try and scoop her up, and with the way that she is like lashing out right now, she elbows him in the side of his head while he's trying to scoop her, which turns it into more of like a straightforward tackle. So now he's got her on the ground and he's tackled her, and they are in the dagger skids across the floor, and he's like wrestling her now. So you could just hear from behind the door, cleric, and then a bunch of noise like of him trying to fight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Come
bust
burst
in.
in.
Yeah.
You guys come in and you can see there is a blind man in the process of trying to hold on to the very gangly body of Kega, who's trying to wiggle her way out frantically, and
Am I able
like
to cast
fight.
spells?
You can try. It's a new day.
I just want to cast my tentacle spell again, but only on Kega, just to hold her. I don't want to do damage. I just want to hold her.
I'll say you are too in and out
Okay.
of your thing to be able to fire that off accurately.
Father, please.
Father, please.
Please.
What were you saying, Emily?
Yeah, me and Reese said we're gonna bust in. So let me come in, just like quickly assess the situation, and then if I notice her hurt, I'm gonna immediately go to Mania.
Yeah, it takes but a second to realize there's nothing but chaos going on here. He's got like frog position on top of her, trying to hold her down. She's lashing out and trying to fight. Mania is bloody on the floor, holding what looks to be an arm that's almost rotted through. You can see the bones on opposite sides of the arm kind of giving way to this like slawing off skin.
Mania, I'm gonna grab your elbow and just say, "Come on, let's get out of here," and try to tug you away.
Oh. No, I think that she tries
Yep.
to like pull against you. No, we can't leave him.
I think he's well versed in how to deal with her, from what we've summed up here. Here, at least let me. Oh God, that looks awful. Here, let me help. I'll do a maybe I'll do a 4th level cure wounds. Let me see.
I just have that song going back of it's like dun, 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 like the crazy shit in the background while you're just like, oh god, let me help. Full Benny Hill theme song in the background.
Hey, it's something. 27 points of healing.
Hey, you know what? It's good enough. It is good enough. Do I take all the points?
Of healing?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Hold on and let me triple read this. Duh, duh, duh.
So I just kind of hover my hand over your wound, and you see like silvery magic come down and start stitching it back up.
Ugh, this is the prettiest magic I've ever seen. I wish mine was just as pretty.
In the process of healing, you can see he fights against Kega, and at this point, multiple members of the crew kind of pour in here and help him hold her down. And she is rabid like a dog. She is gnashing her teeth. She's spitting at them. She's trying to bite people.
Uh-oh.
She is freaking the fuck out.
Does she still have the dagger?
It slid across the floor when he tackled her, so that is off to the side a little bit.
I'm gonna go grab it.
You're just gonna get healed, and then you're gonna be like, hold on!
Yeah,
Run over and grab it.
Yeah, she can't have this dagger. She can't have it. We just saw what happened with it. It was in her possession. I'll be sneaky about it. I'm gonna roll a stealth check.
If you want to, if you're trying to sneak over and steal it.
Well, I figured. Thank you. Thank you. I add a D4 to that.
I see you going for it, and
D4.
I'll tap you.
I'm glad I got that. Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. You're able to grab, in the scuffle of all of this, of the multiple people trying to hold her down, you're able to, like, kind of use that distraction to squeeze in and grab the blade, thinking that most no one would have seen you able to snag that back up.
Cool.
And Kega is currently being tied to a chair. They are in the process of wrestling her down and tying her into her captain's chair with a rope.
Oh, I feel like that is like so triggering for Vina. Can I try to talk to her in her head?
Kega?
Yeah.
Sure, crazy.
Just tell her to calm down.
Oh yeah, because that's what people who are bugging out love.
No.
They love when you tell them to do that.
Just like a hey, what's wrong? What happened there? She's really trying. She's really trying.
I know. Okay. Are you listening into her head, or are you just trying to talk to her?
let me look to see how that works, actually.
Because I think that you can communicate, but they have to be open to it.
No, so I can hear thoughts, because it's just like when I did the one between all of us.
Okay. She wouldn't be thinking anything to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
She has this weird nursery kind of thing going back behind her.
It's horrifying. What are the words of this nursery rhyme, or at least some of them?
What languages do you know?
I know Sylvan, Aquan, Primordial, and Common.
Unfortunately, you don't understand the language.
Oh.
You can just hear a series of a very consonant-heavy language. Not a lot of vowels, and it sounds almost like a lot of heavy kind of speaking, similar to Draconic, but not quite. It's something that's not anything that I think that you're from.
Okay. She's.
But it is very rhythmic. It is incredibly. It's almost like chanty rhythmic.
And I've never heard it before.
This language? I don't think you've ever experienced this language before.
Okay, so that means I've never heard the nursery rhyme before either. Okay. She's crazy. She's fucking lost it. I think that she walks back to you guys, but I don't think that she looks as if she's ready to leave. I think that she's very, like, concerned and keeps, like, looking back, but, like, also kind of, like, walking towards you guys and, like, shuffling all of us closer to the door.
You guys begin to hear a lot of discourse between the crew and Rogan as well. There seems to be some exchanges going on here about Kega. Like, we can't keep her tied up here. And people are like, who's gonna tell us what's the next stop? And Rogan's like, everybody calm down. We all know what the order of command is here. I just need everybody to relax for a second. And he's trying to keep this under wraps, but you can see that the rest of the crew is starting to get a little bit on edge about this circumstance as well.
Ooh, I want to do my whistle. The one that I did to get, like, the attention of everyone else, like, in the old crew.
Okay.
Does it work? Do they look?
I
Okay.
think people look over.
Okay. He told you guys to calm down. You know where the next stop is. You know where we're going. There is a map up there, and you have a navigator and a quartermaster. You listen to him. Is this your first time on a ship?
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
This better work. Hell yeah. 19.
Okay. Backing you up and quickly coming to your aid in this argument. It says, you heard her. Everybody up. Let's go. We don't need to be around here messing around, and you know y'all ain't supposed to be in the captain's quarters regardless. And you hear somebody start to kind of talk back and say, what are you going to do? Just leave her tied up in here? And she looks over to Rogan and she says, now, he knows exactly what to do with her, so why don't y'all just let this man work? And she starts to try and lead people out of the door. She looks in your direction and gives you a nod.
She gets a glare.
Okay.
But she will mouth thank you. But she is so angrily staring at her.
Okay. You watch as people start to clear out of this area. Kega is still, like, full-blown rocking the chair, almost knocking the chair over, trying to escape her binds. She is still fucking losing it.
Oh, hold on, that's interesting. Because of my knowledge with curses, does this
Okay.
look similar?
You can roll nature intelligence. Roll an intelligence check
Okay.
to see if you put that together.
15? Yeah, because it's just straight intelligence, so 15.
It looks similar. There are pieces of it that mimic curses that you've seen.
Well, I have a pretty handy spell called Remove Curse. Can I, like, if he lets me close, can I go touch her and cast it?
If you try and get close to her, I think Rogan's got his hand up, like, trying to keep everybody away. Currently.
It's just me. I think she's cursed. Let me just remove it.
Do you know what curse it is?
Well, and I mean, I don't know. We can put 2 and 2 together. Curse dagger. She touches it. She goes crazy. I mean,
It's worth a shot.
I will try to do it. I don't know what I'm. Okay, at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a curse, magic. Okay, well, that's an object. So it would break her attunement to the object, and it also removes her curse. If she's cursed. Regardless, it breaks her attunement, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you go over to her, you put your hand where?
I think on her cheek.
You go to reach to put your hand on her cheek, and she tries to bite your hand.
Okay, I've been bit before by her. She doesn't even care. She just pushes her hand into it more.
Okay.
She can bite it if she wants.
She's in the process of biting you while you are casting this spell.
Yeah.
She's gonna, if you're gonna leave your hand there.
It's okay.
So she kind of like lashes out at you and tries to bite into your hand as you're casting Remove Curse. What does your magic look like typically?
So for this one, I think that it looks like the same like black ink that we typically see with it, but I think it like oozes out of her hand and like wraps around her face, kind of. I think it does like a full face mask before like dripping off.
You watch as the inky tendrils kind of fill her mouth and begin to spread across her face as she is biting into you. And the curse lifts. And her attunement to her cursed item is no longer. And she stops barking and seizing and being absolutely livid. And she stops biting you.
think she like
And
wipes off the spit. Uses like her thing.
and I think that she looks at you and says, "Oh no. What have you done?"
What have I done? What do you mean?
Uh you can see Rogan. You hear him first as he starts to cry. And he starts to breathe very heavily, and he removes his bandana, his eyes, and he is able to see again.
Oh, holy shit. I mean, call me God. Like, what? What do we need gods for? I can just do this shit. Keep going, sorry.
And you watch as Kega begins to desiccate into herself. Her skin turns almost leathery. You watch as she is completely sucked of life. The entirety of her face begins to inside out, like paper wafting away at the edges. Her lips peel back, her skull unhinges, and she starts to a pile of dusty sand.
Oh, no, I think she's desperately grabbing at the bones. She's like, no, 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 no.
And the shirt begins to turn into like starts to slowly collapse from the chest and the rib cage, disappearing and desiccating, and Kega begins to quite literally wither away. You can see that there's this pile of like almost like sand or like gray, like straight up dust matter that begins to collect in the chair underneath her. And the entirety of Kega is no longer. It is just currently Sandman sitting in the captain's chair.
Am I around there?
Did you leave the room when they were all issuing people out?
I didn't force you
I
guys
don't know.
out, so.
Yeah, nobody
stayed with
forced
you,
anybody
yeah.
out.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
no, I'm still there.
Okay. You guys watch as Mania frantic starts to try to hold on to the pieces of Kega that are remaining. And as she grips on, just more of this sand silt starts to fall out from the sides of the shirt.
Can I go up there and try to cast Revivify on it?
Yeah, definitely. Will you read that spell out? You just
Yeah.
be a judge.
You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns back to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore missing body parts.
If it can't restore missing body parts, I would rule that no, unfortunately, it would not work.
Gotta have a body to do it.
Because it starts to turn into the nothing. I apologize.
She
So you
also
can
doesn't
go-
even
How does-
have her heart.
How does Rogan look right now? Didn't he like get healed too by proxy of this or something like that?
Yes. He currently is just crying. He's outwardly like the one of the biggest dudes I've ever seen just fumble over like himself and is just sobbing right now. With his bandana off in one hand, just like squeezed into it.
But he's not deteriorating.
He is not deteriorating. He is, in fact, he feels, or looks rather, better in some essence.
Ugh.
And I think I want to wrap there tonight, if that's cool with everybody, because I wasn't expecting one of my PCs to, or one of my NPCs to perish, so I have to process those feelings if that's
Yeah.
cool.
This is a good stopping point.
This is a good wrapping
Yeah.
point for tonight, I think.
Yeesh.
So I'll check in with all of
Yeah.
my when this is all over, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the night. I hope you join us to see how this story of definitely took some turns tonight that I was not anticipating. Arrivederci, bon voyagio. Thank you again, and have
Bye.
bye, guys.